If God is the absolute creator, then the responsibility of the evil cannot belong to the human agent. Responsibility of the evil cannot belong to the human agent. Human agent. Critically examined. 2022.
So critically examine, God is the absolute creator, फिर evil जो है human beings की responsibility नहीं होती. So according to an atheist, every theist accepts two sets of propositions or two sets of religious propositions. Set 1, God is personal with power of creation. God has created this universe. Set 2, God has many attributes. God is omnipotent, omniscient, या इसको थोड़ा सा मॉडिफाई कर लीजिए, गॉड हैज मेनी एट्रीब्यूट्स मेटाफिजिकल एंड एथिकल, और एथिकल और मेटाफिजिकल को सेट 2 में दिखा दीजिए, और हम एथिकल और मेटाफिजिकल को आपस में कॉन्फ्लिक्ट करा देंगे विथ इविल. ऐसा भी आप कर सकते हैं. बट बोथ moral and natural evil exists which challenges the attributes of God as well as his existence. Now I'm again not writing the same model जैसा हमने पीछे लिखा है कि if God is omnipotent and still evil exists, then so and so and so. That also is one model. एक ये भी मॉडल है, इसके हिसाब से भी लिख लीजिए. An atheist tries to reconcile the existence of evil with the existence of God. Evil के आंसर लिखने में ऐसे कुछ कुछ होता रहता है. A theist tries to reconcile the existence of evil with the existence of God through various arguments such as free willist defense of Saint Augustine. Evil is the responsibility of. Now use the keyword from the question. evil is the responsibility of human beings misusing their free will. भाई free will defense क्या कहता है? God has given you free will out of creative love. Evil is then responsible because you are using or misusing the free will. However, to this, an atheist would counter that an omniscient God would have foreknowledge of misuse of free will and could have prevented it. Natural evil is a punishment for human sin. Again, an argument given by Augustine. ये कहते हैं कि natural evil भी जो है वो कोई अलग नहीं है. It is also a moral evil. It is also a punishment for human sin. According to Augustine, all evil is moral in nature and a punishment for sins of human activity. To this, an atheist would counter that it does not account for the distribution of natural evil and nature has no ethical purpose to serve. It is a blunt instrument. It is not a precise instrument कि जिसने गलती करी उसी को सिर्फ नेचर पनिश कर रहा है. Those who have created all kinds of pollution, whether it be UK, whether it be all the developed countries, are they suffering equally as the developing or underdeveloped countries with the problem of global warming, greenhouse gases, climate change, etc.?
No, sir.
इस पे पुतिन की एक बहुत फेमस लाइन है that when the country's per capita income becomes greater than $5,000, suddenly the leaders become environmentalist. They have concern for the environment. जब आप अमीर हो जाते हैं तो आपको रियलाइज होता है कि आपको साफ हवा भी चाहिए. दिस इज द स्टेटस ऑफ द डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज. और जब आपसे पैसा मांगा जाता है तो व्हाट यू हैव डन इन COP30 इज योर रियलिटी. So it is a blunt instrument of retribution. If you will exploit nature, nature will punish, but it is not a precise instrument of retribution. It is a blunt instrument. So this is not accounted. Third, a theist would then say, a theist like tenant that evil is an instrument to bring good, or evil is an instrument for realization of good. one cannot appreciate light without having first experienced what? Darkness. However, atheists would not find this logical, because realization of, ऐसे लिख लीजिए, रियलाइजेशन ऑफ गुड स्लैश गॉड दोनों में ही चाहिए होता है, बिकॉज गॉड बिकम्स अ टायरेंट एंड फॉर गुड टू राइज इन द वर्ल्ड, evil should rise proportionately. Finally, a theist will say, a theist like Shankaracharya का मत लिखेगा, because it is actually a misrepresentation of Shankara's philosophy, but a theist like Bradley or Spinoza would say that evil is not real, it is a mere illusion. To this, an atheist would argue that it defeats the very purpose, efforts to counter evil in the world. अगर आप कह दे कि वो है ही नहीं, तो all the effort is defeated. Therefore, the problem of evil becomes a bitter pill for theists to swallow. Its scientific explanation can be found in Eastern religions like Noble Truths of Buddhism, or Law of Karma of Hinduism. Okay, so this is the answer. There can be multiple ways of writing this. आप चाहें तो फ्री विलिस्ट और इंस्ट्रूमेंटलिस्ट के और पॉइंट्स भी लिख सकते हैं, बट वी विल राइट इट अकॉर्डिंग टू द डिजायर ऑफ द एग्जामिनर. Yes, what is the question?
Sir, what is the central concept in a religion without God? What is the central concept in a religion without God? Discuss. 2010. Discuss. 2010.
So in a religion without God, or a non-theological conception, non-theological conception of God भी लिख सकते हैं, non-theological conception of religion भी लिख सकते हैं. Or you can write for a non-theologist, or for those who believe that religion without God exists, उनको क्या क्या कहते हैं. तो for a non, in a religion without God or a non-theological conception of religion, A personal God does not exist with powers of, या इसको थोड़ा सा और बेटर वे में लिखते हैं, लाइक शेवियर रोट, non-theism or a religion without God is a philosophical doctrine which negates the requirement or necessity of a personal God, the divine entity considered to be omnipotent, omniscient, creator of this universe, they refute the existence of such a God, but do not assert the existence of or belief in supernatural entities. According to them, the central concept of religion is the relation between God and world is contingent and not necessary. For example, in Pratitya Samutpat, in bracket theory of dependent origination, world is explained without the requirement of a creator deity. Religion is a code of ethical life with the aim for spiritual perfection. For example, both Buddhism and Jainism discuss path to liberation, nirvana / kevalya. They discuss the path to liberation, nirvana / kevalya, through Ashtangik Marg, Triratnas. Problem of evil is reconciled in religion without God. the conception of dukkha in Buddhism explains suffering in a scientific manner. Problem of evil is also reconciled in such a religion. Buddha or Mahavira are worshipped for their values. मतलब their values are sacred not because they are divine. Fifth and final point before we discuss Ronald Dworkin's view. Human life is having an objective purpose to believe. या इसको हटा दीजिए, फिफ्थ पॉइंट को हटा देते हैं. Let us mention that नहीं चल रहा है. इसके बाद का डिक्टेट करो, मैं लिख लीजिए. फिफ्थ पॉइंट आई एम डिक्टेटिंग. There is a belief in supernatural entities like Shunyata in Buddhism, Brahman in Advait, चलने लगे. There is no problem of absolute truth in such conception. The problem of absolute truth comes especially with respect to the conception of religion. There is no problem of absolute truth with respect to the conception of God in this philosophy. However, critics would argue that God is indispensable and religion cannot exist without God. By giving arguments such as number 1, Buddhism and Jainism are mere ethical doctrines. They are mere ethical doctrines. They are not religion. Religion, according to them, is what man does in his solitude. However, it goes against conception of social service. These religions, they are what man does or working for your individual liberation, against the conception of social service. These religions are abstract and unknowable. For example, Brahman is Nirgun and Nirankar, and therefore does not satisfy religious needs. These criticisms, however, do not hold value according to Ronald Dworkin. Both the theists and atheists agree upon a life of commitment towards principles. The disagreement regarding existence of God is a minor detail. So this completes this answer.